Welcome, my viewers and students, to an interesting lecture on gas chromatography. Gas chromatography is a laboratory technique used to separate, identify, and quantify the components of a mixture based on their boiling points and affinity for a stationary phase. These components are usually organic molecules or gases. Gas chromatography, popularly known as GC, is a common type of chromatography used in analytical chemistry for separating and analyzing compounds that can be vaporized without decomposition. Gas chromatography, sometimes known as vapor phase chromatography or gas liquid partition chromatography, GLPC. These alternative names, as well as their respective abbreviations, are frequently used in the scientific literature. Strictly speaking, gas liquid partition chromatography is the most correct terminology and is thus preferred by many authors. There are two main types of gas chromatography. We'll have the gas liquid chromatography known as GLC and gas solid chromatography known as GSC. Gas liquid chromatography involves mixing a small sample size of a volatile compound with a gaseous molecule phase to be passed through a non-volatile liquid stationary phase. While gas solid chromatography GSC, the feed phase consists of a solid material such as granular silica, alumina, or carbon. Gas solid chromatography is an important method in the separation of permanent gases and low boiling hydrocarbons. Don't fail to subscribe, like, or comment on this video. Remember that subscription is free. You don't need to pay anything to subscribe. So subscribe to my channel. We want to have a description or the operating principle of a gas chromatography. We'll have the carrier gas, we'll have the flow controller, and we'll have the sample injector, then we'll have the column, we'll have the column oven, we'll have the detector, and then the waste. We dissolve a sample in a solvent or extract the volatile components. We inject the sample through a syringe or autosampler into the GC instrument, and then the sampler is carried through the column by a carrier gas, inert gas, or unreactive gas, which can be helium, argon, neon, nitrogen, or hydrogen. Helium remains the most commonly used carrier gas in about 90% of instruments, although hydrogen is preferred for improved separation. The liquid samples are vaporized before injection into the carrier stream. The gas stream is passed through the packed column, through which the components of the sample move at velocities that are influenced by the degree of interaction of each constituent and the stationary non-volatile phase. The substance having the greater interaction with the stationary phase are retarded to a greater extent and consequently separate from those with smaller interaction. As each component leaves the column with the carrier, it passes through a detector, can be the flame ionization detector FID or a mass spectrometer MS. The detector response is used to quantify the amount of each component present in a sample. The nature of the sample. If you injected a mixture and the chromatogram shows 3 pieces, then this tells you that your sample contains 3 different compounds. Each compound detected by gas chromatography should appear as a single peak with a characteristic retention time. A substance can be identified by matching its retention time with a literature value or by injecting a reference material using the same condition for each injection. The GC-MS system are the most powerful for compound identification as they enable identification by mass. The peak area on a chromatogram is proportional to the concentration of the corresponding sample. The relative amounts of compound in a sample can be determined by comparing the peak areas, or we can also calculate the actual concentration by using a standard calibration curve. Here we'll have a figure 2 showing a simplified gas chromatogram, and we have the detector response plotted against time. When predicting retention order in gas chromatography, the overriding factor is a comparison of the boiling point. The compound with the lowest boiling point elutes first. Gas chromatography features high sensitivity and accuracy, simple and rapid operation, and low sample consumption, but the sample pretreatment is complicated and the instrument is expensive. Conditions which can be varied to accommodate a required analysis. For GC analysis, you can vary the inlet temperature, we can vary the detector temperature, we can also vary the column temperature and temperature program. We can vary the carrier gas and carrier gas flow rate, the column stationary phase, the diameter and length of the column can be varied, and then inlet type and flow rate, the sample size and injection technique. All these things can be varied, to give us a better chromatogram. Some uses of gas chromatography. Environmental monitoring used to quantify and detect volatile organic compounds in air and water samples. GC is very, very important for water and air sample analysis. We use GC to identify and quantify contaminants like pesticides and heavy metals in soil samples. GC is also used to test for purity and potency of drugs. In pharmacognosy, it is very useful. GC is used to analyze evidence such as blood and tissue to help solve crime issues. And it is used to identify and quantify the components of crude oil. For crude oil analysis, GC is very, very useful. And to analyze the composition of cosmetics and personal care products. These are just very few samples of all the many uses of gas chromatography. The gas chromatography is very versatile and accurate, so it is a valuable tool in a wide range of industries and applications. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, as subscription is free. Subscribe, like, and comment. Share with your friends. What is the difference between gas and column chromatography? Earlier in one of our videos, we talked about column chromatography. Gas chromatography is in principle similar to column chromatography, but has several notable differences. First, the process of separating the compound in a mixture is carried out between a liquid stationary phase and a gas mobile phase. Whereas in column chromatography, the stationary phase is a solid and the mobile phase is a liquid. Secondly, the column through which the gas phase passes is located in an oven where the temperature of the gas can be controlled, whereas in column chromatography, it has no such temperature control. Finally, the concentration of a compound in the gas phase is solely a function of the vapor pressure of the gas. Thank you for listening. Don't fail to subscribe, like, and share. Remember, subscription is free. The next class will be looking at calculations involved in gas chromatography. Thank you. See you in the next class.